The Elks on the road in Canada for 6, starting with 3 against the Victoria HarbourCats tonight. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm Aiden O'Neill. Thanks so much for joining us. Elks coming off a series loss to the Yakima Valley Pippins and looking to turn things around in some rare interleague play in the West Coast League. The HarbourCats 14-16, but losers of 3 straight after being swept by a tough Kelowna Falcons team. And we're just about ready to get underway. The right-hander, Eric Rico, will wind and fire to Dmitry Sisitko, and it's called a strike at the bottom of the zone. We get started at 6:37 p.m. Eric Rico's been dominant so far this season for Victoria with a sub-1 ERA. A 1 goes back to the fastball. That's called the strike on the outside corner. Now 0-2. Dmitry Sisitko, an average hovering right around 380. The lone all-star for the Bend Elks, just announced earlier this afternoon. The wind and the 0-2. Fastball fouled straight back. Elks in their all-black pinstripe uniforms tonight, the gold lettering. Victoria in the white unis with navy scattered throughout, and then the white and navy caps. Eric Rico, the right-hander from Fresno State, has been so dominant for Victoria, one of the best pitchers in the entire league. Wind and the 0-2 once more. Fastball flared foul just above a good amount of fans here tonight. Good crowd for a Tuesday. Both the Elks and the HarbourCats towards the top of the league in stand-ins. And it shows on a gorgeous night at Royal Athletic Park. Here's the pitch. Misses down and away on the ball. The last time the Elks were in Canada was 2019, and happy to make the trip 7 years later. As mentioned, the first of 6. 1-2, slider, check swing. Sisitko went around and chased down and away to open up this ball game. A wicked breaking ball did the trick, and Eric Rico, the scouting report says there's going to be a lot of swing and miss. Over 30 Ks to just 3 walks so far this summer. And he'll now face Will Cahill. Playing him straight up the defenses. The pitch. Fastball trails down and away on a ball. In a series where it felt like the Elks needed to have it, they dropped it to Yakima in a pivotal Sunday loss as the 1-0 fastball misses down and away. So a critical chance on this road trip. You're entering the second half to maybe get some of that momentum back and turn this season around. It's a south that's jumbled up towards the bottom, so you go on a hot streak and you're right back in it. 2-0 from Rico. Big swing and a miss from Will Cahill. The defense tonight for the Victoria HarbourCats. Bradshaw, Chialoy, and Burring in the outfield. Wesley and Hewitt on the left side. Cron and Klein on the right side, with Silva doing the catching. And Cron at second, deep on the pull side. 2-1 to Cahill. Changeup that floats in there on the outer third. 2-2. Will Cahill, the transfer outfielder from the University of Washington after redshirting. 2-2. Fastball fouled away. Sounded like it almost broke his bat with the crack, but he'll stay in there and do it again. 1 out, nobody on base for just the second batter of this ball game. Marcus Galvin waiting on deck, then Troy Sanders. Working quick as Rico. The 2-2. Fastball tapped. Past the glove of Rico. Ranging to his left is Hewitt. His throw to first. In time. Oh, no. Will Cahill beat it out. On initial look, it looked like Will Cahill was out by half a step, but good hustle by the left-handed bat with a whole lot of speed. Matthias Smith was on top of it, tonight's first base umpire. But the Elks will take the infield single, and now they get a runner on the bases with a lot of speed in Will Cahill, bringing up Marcus Galvin. Rico's pitch. Fastball misses down and in. Home plate umpire Blaise LeVay, and then at first, of course, Matthias Smith. At third, Owen Naparowski. Time is now called Rare three-man crew. In the South, we don't see that a whole lot, so refreshing and will probably result in a lot more consistency. 1-0. Fastball misses up and away. Marcus Galvin, the transfer backstop from GCU, outstanding defensively in the squad. And that bat, too, hasn't been something to shy away from. Has been good. They throw over to check on Cahill. He's back with a dive. 2-0, 1 out. Runner on first. No score. Just underway in Victoria on an overcast night with a slight breeze. Rico's 2-0. Called a strike on the outside corner, just shaving the edge. Galvin now in the transfer portal and looking to make a name for himself as this summer rolls on. A .291 average in 18 games with 7 driven in. Rico 2-1. Cahill goes. Fastball misses up. Throw down to second on one hop. Is not corralled and trails into shallow center field. But Cahill will stay put at second. And the Elks have a runner in scoring position. It was a good throw by the catcher in Silva. And if it was picked by Hewitt on the backhand, would have had a good shot at tagging Cahill out. But instead, he reaches base safely. Elks will run a decent amount. So will Victoria. So could be a lot of chaos on the bases as the 3-1 is swung through by Galvin. Full count. That's what makes Will Cahill an X factor is his speed. Despite not running a lot this year, that's his first stolen base. They're shifting Galvin, the lefty, to the pull side as well. Rico comes set. His payoff. Misses low, ball 4. The single to Will Cahill, the walk to Marcus Galvin. And the Elks are in business here in the first. Bringing up Troy Sanders, a guy who probably felt like he was a little bit snubbed not being on the All-Star Game roster. Tied for second in the entire West Coast League with 6 home runs, but just 8 runs batted in. 5 of those homers have been solo shots. And he's rarely stepped foot in opportunities with runners on the bases like this. Rico peeked back at 2. Now the pitch. Fastball called to strike at the top of the zone. Just Johnny Kemp and Wes Harper on the coaching staff tonight, with Alan Cox serving a 2-game suspension after the ejection in Sunday's contest. 2 peaks at 2. Now the 0-1. Miss is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sanders newly committed to Bethune-Cookman. And since that moment has been a stud for these Elks. Former Walla Walla Sweet. 1-1. Fastball, big swing and a miss. Sanders was late. 2 multi-home run games. Runners on first and second, 1 out, no score. Multi-homer game on Sunday, looking to build off of it. 1-2. Fastball, cold, strike 3 on the outside corner. And Sanders is down looking. Two Ks for Eric Rico, known for his punch-outs. So now you need a 2-out hit from Isaiah Fudge to bring in a run. Fudge starting to swing a much hotter bat. Turning it around, the commit to Tampa. Standing in from the left side. Rico's pitch. Fastball misses up on the check swing. He did not go. Last time Fudge got the start was on July the 4th, the packed house on Elks Firework Night. Had a sacrifice fly for an RBI, a pair of walks. And the Elks are happy to finally see the former D2 All-American showing his true colors. 1-0. Fastball gets the call on the outside corner, according to Blaise Levay. Count moves even at 1. Clear from head coach Todd Haney and this Victoria staff. They're playing all the lefties with a big shift. And Cron in shallow right field. 1-1. Fastball misses up. Good take by Fudge. Bat over 400 at Quincy. Committed to Tampa. One of the best programs in the country that's not a Division I. And always rivaling a lot of those top programs. 2-1 gets the call on the outer third. And we're even at 2-2. Although it's early, if you're the Elks, you set the table. You want to take advantage of this opportunity. Bottom 5 in the majority of offensive categories, including runs batted in. Even at 2, Rico comes set. The 2-2 with 2 outs. Grounded softly up the first baseline. It goes foul, and Rico picks it up there after running over on the glove side. We'll do it again. The longer you go in this at-bat, if you're Isaiah Fudge, the higher chance you get a mistake over the middle of the zone. And those mistakes have been hard to come by for the righty and Eric Rico, who's been outstanding so far this year. Cahill on second, Galvin on first. Peek back at Cahill. The 2-2 once more. Fastball blows it by Fudge. He swings through it. And that'll end the inning. The Elks get 2 runners on. Will Cahill, the first hit of the night, but Eric Rico ultimately strikes out the side. We'll go to the home half of the first right here on Bend Elks YouTube and be back after this. Home half of the first inning. Victoria coming up. Elks could not strike first despite getting 2 runners on in the opening frame, and they send Tyler Wood out to the mound. His first pitch home is grounded softly to Brady Pettit at third. Ranging to his left, his throw to first, offline. It pulls Noble Ortega so far off that his tag is late, and an error on Brady Pettit to open up this game allows for David Cron to reach. The Elks, lowest fielding percentage in the league. They've really struggled on this side of the ball. And not a good way to start at all, allowing for Cron to get on first. And tough for Tyler Wood, too, who's been so dominant immediately in the stretch. To Matt Wesley. Wood comes home on the big breaking ball. It's called a strike. Clean baseball, the name of the game, just not looking to shoot themselves in the foot too much. And a tough start. Wood committed to UC Irvine for next year after going to Davis the last couple. 0-1. Fastball grounded back up the middle. Diving is Sanders. Stops it there. Touch sex. Throw to first. Double play. Troy Sanders with a web gem at short to open up this game on the diving stop. A 6-3 double play. and immediately negating the potential rally. Matt Wesley, top 2 in the entire West Coast League in batting average. So retiring him is a massive plus. Tyler Wood staying efficient, now bringing up Logan Shepard. Wood strictly out of the stretch, will come home. On the fastball that misses away at 81. Shepard, then Silva, Klein, Hewitt, Bradshaw, Buring, and Chiola. Or Chialoy, rather. 1-0. Slider misses down and away. That from Troy Sanders is just fabulous, considering how good he's been with the bat, to then do it with the glove in the opening inning. T. Woods 2-0. Fastball misses low. These numbers for Tyler Wood to start the year have been outstanding. He's somehow 0-2, but a 1.54 ERA. 16 strikeouts to 0 walks. Keeping guys off the bases and in a rare 3-ball count. Fastball misses up, and just like that, his first walk of the 2026 season. An incredible run, and would love to check the Elks history books on what the longest streak would be without a walk. I'm sure Tyler Wood was approaching it there with 16. But the thing about him as a veteran, will always get back in the count. Get back in these at-bats being competitive. This is Jacob Silva, the switch-hitting catcher. Wood's pitch, fastball, foul back. Oaks facing a Victoria team that seemingly has been unlucky when you analyze all the stats. 14-16, but in almost every offensive category, top 10 in the West Coast League. Top 1 in average. No competition there, and then top 3 in slugging percentage. They'll do damage. 0-1. Fastball misses up at 84. Generally 3 pitches with Wood, the fastball, the off-speed that works like a slider, sweeper style, and then the changeup. Off of first is Shepard. 1-1. Fastball misses low. Appeal to Owen Naparalski. Says he did not go. Silva just a .178 average in 45 at-bats. A home run. And he's driven in 8. Throw over to check on Shepard, who's back with the dive. 2-1, 2 outs. Wind blowing slightly out. No score in the bottom of the first. Tyler Wood looking for a 0. Shepard off of first with 3 stolen bases. Wood's pitch. Fastball hit well. Right at the right fielder in Will Cahill. And he'll make the catch on a ball that was scolded off the bat. And unlucky for Jacob Silva. But the Elks will take it. The leadoff error by Brady Pettit. Then the diving double play. Troy Sanders does it himself. A 2-out walk, but Jacob Silva lines out to end the frame. No score after 1. We'll go to the second on Bend Elks YouTube. Welcome back. Top of the second inning here in Victoria. Eric Rico comes home to Richie Klosik on a fastball at 89, called a strike. Klosik, Pettit, and Ortega, 6, 7, and 8 in the Elks order this frame. Rico chugging along. 0-1. Klosik grounds it on a tough hop to the third baseman and Wesley. It kicks off the lip of the grass and goes into shallow left for a base hit. That was a funky hit and one that Wesley would have probably fielded routinely if it didn't take a wicked hit off the turf. And it caromed off the glove of Wesley and past the shortstop and Hewitt, allowing for Klosik to reach. Here's Brady Pettit. Rico comes home. Fastball fouled right back. Good signs for this Elks offense so far, with a pair of hits to open. Brady Pettit, one of the new Elks coming from St. Mary's College of California, was a Gale and part of that team that beat UCLA twice in their own regional. 0-1, misses up. Pettit now committed to San Diego State for the next year, another good program. And although he made an error in the opening frame, a guy the Elks love over there at third base for his defense. 1-1. Fastball runs in tight. No call from Blaise LeVay that popped up almost like he wanted to call a strike. Klosik on first with a short lead over there. Hitters count for Pettit. 2-1. Fastball runs in, almost hit the pinstripes of Pettit, wearing number 6 from the right side. And we'll do it again. In and out of the lineup was Brady Pettit at St. Mary's. So far here in Bend, a .375 average in just 8 at-bats. Stays in that hitter's count. Rico's 3-1. Fastball lined over the shortstop's head and Hewitt and into shallow left for a hit. Brady Pettit keeps the line moving. The throw goes in all the way to the third baseman and Wesley. And there's runners on first and second with nobody out. Pitcher and Eric Rico that really hasn't been roughed up in any sense of the word and has been on cruise control for a lot of this season on the bump. Elks are seeing him well out of the gate. Noble Ortega now the hitter. Maybe a chance to bunt here. Pitch home, does not bunt. He pops it up, and it's foul. Entering this outing for Rico, .95 ERA, 15.6 K per 9, .63 whip. Attacking the zone at a high rate and has not gotten hit hard at all after a bumpy freshman year at Fresno State. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ortega was out in front of an 84-mile-per-hour changeup. Klosik and Pettit both with average speed on the bases. No outs, top 2. Ortega, the two-way man that's doing the DHing tonight. Fastball grounded foul, or rather at first base for the first time this year. Unfamiliar target that Brady Pettit was throwing to on that air. Hard, though, to keep Noble Ortega out of the lineup with his bat-to-ball ability. Chance to drive in a run. 0-2. Fastball, grounded, back up the middle, fielded by Wesley. Touches second, throw to first, can't be dug out by Klein. It goes by him, but not far enough for Klosik to score. And there's runners on the corners with 1 out. So you call it a 6 unassisted on the touch at second, but should have likely been a double play. Throw was a bit low. Klein could not dig it out at first. And it gives Keaton Nato a chance to knock in a run. Keaton Nato, a guy that's been impossible to take out of the lineup because of his defense. Comes set and fires. Fastball called a strike on the outer third, 0-1. Nato, 273 average, 6 runs batted in. Last started on the 4th of July, where he had a good game, reached base 4 times. 0-1. Ortega stays put at first. Nato fouls it away. Sun now poking through the overcast sky overhead. Lighting up the field, and Eric Rico on that bump. Ball in the outfield will give the Elks the first lead of the game. Rico's 0-2. Breaking ball misses up. Set the table in the first, but weren't able to take advantage after Cahill and Galvin reached. Nato, an outstanding defensive center fielder. This spot of his game, though, too, has been good. Staying alive. The 1-2. Check swing on a slider that misses down and away. No appeal. Count runs even. Victoria looking to turn 2 up the middle on a ground ball, but Nato, with his 10 stolen bases, a tough guy to double up. Leads the team in that category. Now the delivery. Breaking ball misses up. Good take from Keaton. Top of the order on deck. Nato being the 9-hole batter. Sisidko and then Cahill. Big pitch coming up. Interested to see if Nobel Ortega on the move in the full count. 3-2-1 out. Runners on the corners. No score. Rico comes set and fires. A fastball that is blown by Keaton Nato at the top of the zone. And a huge strikeout, his 4th. In the situational hitting opportunities for the Elks, they have really struggled. Bringing a runner at third in with less than 2 outs, and you need your best hitter in Dmitry Sisidko to come up with that timely knock here. The lone Bend Elks All-Star punched out in his first at-bat. Quality hitter. The pitch. Fastball fouled right back. Sisidko came into this year with little expectation, coming from Saddleback College, where he had a great season, stealing 20 bags, wreaking havoc all over. But committed to Coppin State, they're getting a good one, who has the right of being the only Elks All-Star. 0-1. Slider misses away. He's also facing an All-Star from the north, so maybe a pitcher-batter matchup that we see in just a week from tomorrow. Rico, one of 4 All-Stars for Victoria, and they honored all of them pregame. It was pretty cool. 1-1. Sisidko late. 1-2. This great crowd on hand tonight, backing Eric Rico. Close to getting out of this frame. Klosik on third, Ortega on first. No score, top 2. 1-2 with 2 outs. Rico comes set from the first base side. His pitch. Fastball skied foul down the right field line. And we'll do it again. Dimitri in the leadoff spot. Not the most RBI opportunities, but he still is driven an 8, which is tied for second on the team, just behind Richie Klosik, who stands on third. All red sliding mitt out of the back right pocket of Sisidko as he takes a deep breath and gets set to go again. Middle infielders playing him deep on the shallow outfield grass. Rico comes set. His 1-2. Fastball line back up the middle and through for a base hit. Klosik comes in to score. Ortega up to second. And Dmitry Sisidko has given the Elks the first lead of the game. Showcasing why he's an all-star. Good swing of the bat. And the Elks were looking for that timely 2-out knock and got it. RBI number 9 now for Dimitri. In solo second place. Here's Will Cahill. Swings through it. Cahill a single, a stolen base down to 2, and got the wheels moving for the Elks in the first. Adding on would be critical. 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Chased 84 down in the zone, nothing in 2. Long travel days for the Elks. Left Bend yesterday, night in Tacoma, and then up here to Victoria. But so far have come out with a lot of energy. 4 hits already. And getting to Rico. 0-2. Changeup misses low, stopped by Silva. They're shifting Cahill over to the right, with Cron, the second baseman, acting as almost a 4th outfielder in the shallow outfield, the second base position. Ball in the gap would score 2. Rico's 1-2. Fastball misses away, a good take. After Will Cahill barely saw the field at Washington last year, redshirted, excited for this next chapter, and a guy with loads of skill, one of those that just seems a bit different when he makes pure contact. The power-speed combo that you're looking for. Rico 2 looks at 2, now the 2-2. And Cahill chases down. Stopped by the catcher and Silva. And that'll end the inning. I think Will Cahill thought he got a piece of that foul ball maybe. But instead it's the 5th K of the night for Eric Rico. Johnny Kemp seemed to want to go chat with home plate umpire Blaise LeVay, but opted not to. The Elks strike first on the Dimitri Sisidko RBI single. It's 1-0 Bend, heading to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning here in Victoria. Klein, Hewitt, and Bradshaw due up for the HarbourCats. 5, 6, and 7 in this order against Tyler Wood as Wood comes home on a changeup, and swinging through it is Roan Klein. Elks strike first in this game thanks to their all-star Dimitri Sisidko on a timely 2-out hit, his 9th run batted in of the year. But as we know from watching the Elks all year, you got to add on. 0-1. Changeup gets the call on the outer third. Tyler Wood, a seasoned professional on that mound, the way he carries himself, the prep that goes into it. And in his second stint with Bend after being an Elk 2 years ago, has been their best pitcher, an all-star snub. 0-2. Changeup, check swing, did not go according to Matthias Smith, or according to Owen Napolsky. First time we got a three-man crew, getting used to it. One, two. Slider misses up. Long look in from T-Wood. 2-2. Changeup misses away. And the batter in Roan Klein has worked himself all the way back. 6'4", 230-pound first baseman. Got pop from the left side. 2 homers already this year. Payoff. Fastball popped up. Foul. And out of play. 272 average, has driven in 14. 10 San Jose State from Renton, Washington. Full count, no outs to the leadoff lefty this frame. Wood fires the payoff. Fastball misses in tight, ball 4. So now the second walk for Tyler Wood, who before this outing had 0. A bit of an adjustment for a guy that's been so used to finding the zone. Now Brady Hewitt. Slider misses down and away on a ball. Hewitt, then Bradshaw and Burring. Wood comes set on a slight rock. Straight on. 1-0. Fastball. Sky down the right field line and out of play. It's 1-1. Miss Victoria HarbourCats team, top 2 in the league in stolen bases. So will likely run at a high clip. Big frame of Klein on first, not as much of a threat as others. Hewitt, the infielder, up from Simi Valley. Dancing off of first is Klein. They'll throw over. He's back with a dive. Even Klein, 3 stolen bases so far on the season, so he will go. Hewitt at 6'1", 200 pounds from the right side. Defense playing him straight up. 1-1. Slider way out in front is Hewitt, who fans at it. Do it again. Hewitt towards the top of the league in homers with 4, a 267 average, 14 runs batted in. Part of this offense making them so deep. I mean, even Hewitt batting 6th in this order with those numbers. From Fresno State. 1-2, runner on the move. Fastball misses up. Throw down to second. It's there. The tag, not there. Isaiah Fudge thought that he got him on top of the head. And Troy Sanders and Fudge, they can't believe it. They want an appeal. But Owen Naparalski did not have a tag there. And now Johnny Kemp is going to go out there and have a chat with the base umpire and Naparalski. They're meeting just in between third and home. That's the 4th stolen base by Roan Klein. That's a tough result. Troy Sanders and Isaiah Fudge cannot believe it. As it stands, there's a runner on second with nobody out. And with how adamant Isaiah Fudge is that he got him, you'd assume they have a case. But I doubt this gets overturned because Naparalski was right on top of it. Kemp and Naparalski still having a chat in between third and home. And Kemp extremely frustrated, headed to the bench. But nothing doing as Naparalski goes back to his third base position. Kemp back to the dugout. And Victoria has their tying run now in scoring position. Alan Cox on Sunday was ejected, serving a 2-game suspension, so I'm sure these coaches thinking about that now every time they go out to talk to the umpires. Wood peek back at 2 now, the 2-2. Slider lined into left field and down for a base hit in front of Sasidko. They're going to stop Roan Klein at third. A late stop. The throw goes into Pettit, and there's runners on the corners with no outs. Initially, third base coach and manager Todd Haney was going to send Klein, but a wise decision last minute to stop him because Sasidko had a strong throw into the cutoff man Pettit. Brian Bradshaw, the lefty bat, will dig in. Ball in play would bring in a run, unless it was hard to a corner infield spot. Wood's pitch. Fastball gets the call. Up and in tight. Brian Bradshaw from Pomona, California, attends UC San Diego. Team that Tyler Wood was ultra familiar with, playing in the Big West and staying in it next year. His 0-1. On the move is the runner and Hewitt. The fastball skied to deep left field, caught by Sasidko. Tagging at third is Klein. He'll score. The throw goes into the cutoff man Pettit. And it's 1-1. Game now tied. Brady Hewitt had to go back to first. So a quality at bat from Brian Bradshaw, taking what he got with the pitch and driving it to the opposite field. That leadoff walk coming back to bite Tyler Wood as that run comes in to score. Victoria immediately answering the call. One gone for Tristan Burring. The pitch. Fastball hit well, deep to right center field. Nadeau giving chase. So is Cahill. Nadeau deep in the alleyway, reaches up and makes the catch. Keaton Nadeau takes away extra bases on an acrobatic catch that is becoming the regular for number 10. He is just fabulous out there and plays so steady. This outfield here at Royal Athletic Park, no warning track. So you're basically just sprinting on the green grass and hoping you're not getting close to the wall. Nadeau over his left shoulder hauled it in. Cameron Chiola up, fastball misses outside, and stealing on the first pitch is Brady Hewitt. Elks may be caught up in that play still. And Hewitt taking advantage, now a runner on second with 2 outs. Chialoy from Toronto. Swing and miss at the 1-0. Was way out in front. Attends Illinois, and batting in this 9-hole is essentially a reverse leadoff man looking to set the table for the top. If Nadeau doesn't catch that ball, this is a much different inning. Peek back at 2 for Wood. The 1-1. Slider gets the call on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Chialoy, 5'10", 185 pounds. Member of those Fighting Illini in the Big Ten. Good competition there. Wood peek back at 2. The 1-2. Slider got him swinging. And way out in front was Chialoy to end the frame. That's Tyler Wood's first K of the night. And it comes in a good spot as Victoria strands a runner on second. It's only 1 in. And high fives for Keaton Nadeau, who made the play of the night so far, coming back in from the outfield. Third inning, when we return, it's 1-1 on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Top of the third inning, 3-hole hitter Marcus Galvin leading the Elks off. We're all tied at 1. Still going, Eric Rico, the righty. Galvin, Sanders, and Fudge. Rico's pitch, fastball that misses down and away. Galvin walked his first time through. Both Sanders and Fudge punched out. So looking to get to the tough righty the second time through in this order. 1-0. Fastball, big swing and a miss. 1-1. Will likely be an ultra-competitive series, and tonight on paper, due for a pitcher's duel with Wood and Rico. Two of the better pitchers in the entire league. 1-1. Misses up and away on a fastball. Next two games also at this same time on Wednesday and Thursday. Then the Elks make the trip to Nanaimo for the weekend. 2-1. Fastball skips in. And a good at-bat from Marcus Galvin. Then on Monday night, the Elks, on a scheduled off day previously, will have to make up 2 against the Portland Pickles after those rainouts prevented them from playing the games. 3-1 fastball, misses high, ball 4. Second walk for Eric Rico on a ball that was just a hair up. And it gives the Elks a leadoff base runner. So no outs for Troy Sanders, who punched out looking his first time. Made up for it, though, with an incredible play he made defensively on the twin killing up the middle. Rico fires. Fastball flared down the right field line and foul. New arm now working in the bullpen for the Victoria HarbourCats. Might go away from Eric Rico early. Galvin off of first. 0-1. Sanders chases up, swings through it, snap throw down to first. Galvin back with a dive. Galvin got to be careful out there. Not getting picked off. Looks like Flynn Warren might be the new arm getting loose in the pen for Victoria. As Rico works his pitch. Fastball by Sanders. And he strikes out swinging. Eric Rico, who's been known for his swing and miss this year, as advertised tonight, with 6 punch-outs. Now stepping up, Isaiah Fudge from the left side. Galvin off of first with 1 gone. Rico delivers, and Fudge taps it foul. That's the most impressive when you look at the Rico stats. The strikeout to walk ratio, and despite walking 2 tonight, the strikeouts have made up for it. 0-1. Galvin bluffs the steal, and Fudge fouls another one away. We'll do it again. Fudge instead was down swinging his first time through. Rico's got it going in a variety of ways. And close to that league lead in strikeouts in a battle with 2 others. 0-2. Check swing on a changeup, down and away. And Fudge did not go. For Isaiah Fudge, you guys, so talented. Coaches have been hoping that he can start to turn things around, get back to his normal self. And it's felt like over the last week we've seen that. Rico on the 1-2. Grounded softly to the third baseman, and Wesley goes to second for 1. Throw to first. Not caught by Klein as it goes by the glove. Backed up by the catcher and Silva. A 5-4 fielder's choice. Fudge with good hustle. Even if it was caught by Klein, a chance that Fudge would have beat it out. Digging in, Richie Klosik with 2 outs. Klosick singled in his first at-bat, meeting the team here in Victoria. The pitch. Fastball fouled straight back. Klosick from Loyola Marymount University, just like 4 Elks have been this year. Popular spot, making their way to Central Oregon for the summer. All of those LMU products on Bend just finished up their freshman year. The 0-1. Fastball called to strike. So the ability for all of them to rekindle these relationships, build that competitive spirit, and get geared up for the next season. It was an up and down year for them in the West Coast Conference that did good overall relative to national expectation. 0-2. Fastball misses up, pops in and out of the glove of Silva, but caught on the bare hand. And Galvin doesn't go anywhere. If you're the Elks and you can fan Rico out of this game early with how dominant he's been, that is definitely a win. His pitch. Klosick chases down and away for strike 3. Eric Rico with his 7th K of the night in just 3 innings. Dominating these Bend Elks. And rolling along despite Bend seeing him well relative to the hits in that column. To the bottom of the 3rd, it's 1-1 on the Bend Elks YouTube page. We're back in just a few. Welcome back to Victoria. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Tyler Wood still working, and his first pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the score. 4 hits for the Elks to just 1 for Victoria, but the Elks have left 5 runners on base. Krana's first time reached on the air. 0-1 swung on and missed. Wood getting ahead early. Brady Pettit airmailed Noble Ortega, pulling him off the bag. An unconventional first baseman. First time Noble's getting a look there for the Elks as the 0-2 misses low. Has a couple of times before, but primarily a DH and a relief pitcher. Possibly an opportunity for him when he goes to his next school to play the corner infield spot. 1-2. Popped up. Shallow left center field. Sanders going out. Sasidko coming in. It's hanging up there. And Dimitri sticks with it to make the catch. That was a funky one that felt like it was never coming down. So a good job by Dimitri. Just staying with it the entire way. 1 out for Matt Wesley. One of the best hitters in the league via batting average. Grounded into a double play his first time. Woods pitch. Fastball. Hit well right at Will Cahill in right field, who will make the catch. Slightly moving to his left for the 2nd out. Tyler Wood, known for his efficiency, and even when he's gotten down in the count, has worked back quickly at just 37 pitches. That's what gives the Elks the best chance to win, when he's on the field for as long as possible. Logan Shepard, the hitter, with 2 outs and nobody on. They're shifting him up the middle. Wood fires in a breaking ball for a strike. Tyler Wood from Danville, California, went to De La Salle, prominent high school in the Golden State, and has carried that over into a successful career at UC Davis. 0-1 popped up, foul, and out of play, but that next chapter at UC Irvine, equally as exciting, and having Tyler Wood back in a Bend Elks uniform has been more than we could have ever expected. That leadership role he's taken on from day one. First time through for Shepard, he walked. That was the first walk that Tyler Wood has thrown this year. Wood looks in, the pitch. Fastball misses up, a waist pitch up around the eyes as Shepard takes it. 1-1 with 2 outs. 1-2 the count. We're all knotted up. Here's Wood on a breaking ball that misses down and away. Haven't done the Elks defense, but it's Asidco, Nato, and Cahill in the outfield. Pettit, Sanders, Fudge, and Ortega from left to right in the infield. And Marcus Galvin doing the catching. Richie Klosik doing the DHing. Wood looking for a quick inning. 2-2, got him swinging. And chasing down and away was Logan Shepard. The second K of the night for Tyler Wood does the trick and ends the third frame as we stay tied at 1. Top of the 4th inning, moving along here at Royal Athletic Park. 1-1 the score. And a new pitcher in for Victoria, Flynn Warren. Fires in a pitch that misses in tight to Brady Pettit. Pettit, Ortega, and Nato. 7, 8, and 9 in this frame due up. The night for Eric Rico is done. A high pitch count at 72. Means the end of the road after just 3 frames. 1-0 fastball misses high. Taken by Pettit. And for the Elks, that's a positive because Eric Rico has been one of the best pitchers in this entire league. Warren has been good too, a 2.45 ERA and 7 1/3. 6 Ks to 4 walks. 2-0 fastball, grooved in there for a strike. Pettit is first time through singled and has been a hitting machine since stepping foot here in Bend. Right-hander into Warren from Hawaii Pacific University. 2-1. Breaking ball gets the call at the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2. With all that competition at St. Mary's, Pettit in and out of the lineup, but to be a part of such a winning program and arguably their best season ever, something that I'm sure he cherishes. 2-2. Fastball fouled away. But with the ever-changing coaching staff in Moraga, hitting coach going to Tucson to coach the University of Arizona, that resulted in some of their players hitting the transfer portal, including Pettit, going to be an Aztec next season. Warren working just out of the stretch from the first base side. 2-2. Breaking ball fouled away, and Souvenir to the right side. Looks like a kid came away with it, all you can ask for. Bottom of this order looking to turn it over to the top against the 6'1" righty from New Zealand. 2-2. Check swing on a changeup. Pettit went around, no appeal. And even though it's a new pitcher out there, now Flynn Warren, the Elks have struck out again. That is the 8th K already for this Bend Elks lineup. And we're just 3 1/3 in. So if you do the math there, that is 10 outs, 8 of which have been strikeouts. But on top of that, the Elks have gotten it going with the bats with 4 hits. Just need to cash in some spots. Now Nobel Ortega, Warren's pitch. Misses down and away on a ball. Ortega grounded out in his first at-bat on the fielder's choice to the shortstop in Hewitt. Stalwart stance from the left side. 1-0, big swing and a miss. Ortega from Fresno City College. From Clovis originally, so stayed close to home, and now hoping with a solid summer campaign to make that Division I jump. Something that's more than possible. 1-1. Heater gets the call at 87. Painting the black on the outer third. But Wes Harper, Elks pitching coach, has relied on Ortega in a lot of spots out of the bullpen, and it's good to see him in the lineup again. 1-2. Check swing on a breaking ball. Ortega went around, and no appeal again from home plate umpire Blaise LeVay. That is another K. The Elks have now struck out 9 times. And 4 of the last 5 batters have gone down by way of the K. Keaton Nato with 2 outs and nobody on. Flynn Warren still moving along. Warren comes set and fires. Fastball misses in tight. Warren with a storied career with New Zealand already. U18 national team, the U23 national team, and was the 2019 Junior Player of the Year in the entire nation. 1-0 misses down and away. Nato, his first time through, punched out swinging, made that brilliant defensive play in center field. 2-0, swings through it. But this entire Elks batting order really needs to get things going. Still last in the West Coast League in extra base hits despite the last 2 weeks being seemingly promising. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Nato out in front of a sweeping-esque breaking ball at 75. And he'll have to protect. 2-2 with 2 outs. 1-1 the score in the top of the 4th inning. Moving along because of the dominant pitching on both sides. Warren comes in on a breaking ball that misses in tight, full count. If you can get Nato on base with 2 outs, that's the design of him being in the 9-hole, to turn it back over to the top, give Dmitry Sisidko a chance to hit with a runner on base. Payoff. Down and away, ball 4. The 3rd time an Elks hitter has walked tonight. Gives the Elks a 2-out base runner and does exactly what we just mentioned, allows for Dmitry Sisidko to hit with a runner on base. Sisidko back in the 2nd. Gave the Elks their lone and first run of the ball game on an RBI single right back up the middle. Good spot for the Elks lead base stealer in Nato to maybe go. 10 on the summer. Warren comes home. Nato goes on the first pitch. Fastball called a strike. Throw down to second. Not handled on one hop. Goes into shallow center field. Chialoy picks it up, and Nato will stay put at second. But his 11th stolen base of the year gives the Elks the go-ahead run in scoring position. The pitch was called the strike on the outer third. But you give Sisidko another opportunity, the exact guy you want up. 0-1 to Dmitry. Breaking ball misses low, squirts away from Silva. But he pops up, keeping Nato at second. Key to Nato, the definition of dynamic out there on second, and a reason why he'll be a hot commodity likely in this transfer portal. A lot of these guys still undecided on the Elks, and these next couple of weeks can define a whole lot of things. 1-1. Dmitry skies a ball to left center field with backspin. Giving chase is Bradshaw. So's Chialoy. It's gone! Dmitry Sisidko clears the deck, and his first home run of the year gives the Elks a 3-1 lead. The lone all-star for the Bend Elks, showing why and showing out here in Victoria. A hanging breaking ball for Warren, who was untouchable previously. And with that 2-out walk to Keita Nato, Dmitry Sisidko able to take advantage. He's been on another level. All 3 runs batted in tonight, thanks to Dmitry. It's Will Cahill. 1-2, fastball, line to left center field. Bradshaw giving chase. This is backspin. It's off the wall. Cahill hits first and heads to second. A stand-up, 2-out double. And the Elks keep hitting. Make that their 6th hit of the night. Will Cahill is seeing it well. And backspun that ball. Couple of feet away from being a home run himself. And the Elks have not gotten a lot of home runs. That was Dimitri's first of the year. Only other folks with homers, Richie Klosik, Aiden Tallarico, and Troy Sanders, of course, with 6. First pitch to Galvin, misses outside, 1-0. To start this inning, Warren was untouchable, back-to-back Ks. And it looks like the Elks were going to go down quietly, but instead a walk to Nato. He stole second. Sisidko hits a 2-run home run, and Cahill doubles. Galvin swings through the 1-0. Game one of every series really sets the tone. And for the Elks, critical to keep this effort moving along for the next couple of innings. Base hit would easily score Cahill with the 2-out jump. 1-1 fastball popped up. Shallow left field, but a late jump from Bradshaw. He now has to come in, reach up, and he'll make the catch. But not after Dmitry Sisidko, a 2-run home run, his first of the year. The Elks have a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the fourth inning, Elks on top 3-1 after the Dmitry Sisidko 2-run home run. Breaking ball misses up and away to Jacob Silva. It's Silva, Klein, and Hewitt this frame. Tyler Wood chugging along. You see that pitch count on your screen, just 43 pitches at the moment. Fastball gets the call on the outer third. It's 1-1. First time through, Silva scorched a ball right at Will Cahill and right, but he came over and made the catch. This season for Dmitry Sisidko has been one to remember. 1-1. Changeup misses away. All 3 runs batted in tonight, courtesy of the Elks' lone all-star. Not known for his power stroke, but showing it off a bit there on the 2-run blast in the fourth. Woods 2-1. Fouled away by Silva. Silva from UTSA. A great job assembling this roster for head coach Todd Haney. A lot of Division I talent sprinkled throughout. Although Silva hasn't come around, you see the potential he's got with all the power. 2-2. Breaking ball. Wood got him looking on the outside corner and frees Silva. The third strikeout for Tyler Wood on the backdoor breaking ball to open up the fourth. When Tyler Wood pitches with confidence, he has been outstanding. You look at these numbers, 0-2 with a 1.54 ERA. That means he's been comfortable in spots where he's been down, and to still pitch with that confidence. First pitch to Roan Klein is a check swing that misses low at 88. He did not go. Roan Klein walked, one of 2 walks for Tyler Wood tonight. He's got 3 strikeouts. 1-0. Changeup misses down and away. Elks, after the off day yesterday, should be relatively fresh when it comes to the bullpen side of things. Back on Sunday, they threw 4 total arms. 2-0 gets the call on the outer third. Just shaving it there. On deck, Brady Hewitt, then Brian Bradshaw. Nobody on. 3-1 Elks in the bottom of the 4th. Game 1 of 3. 2-1. Out in front is Klein. He swings through it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Wood, when he gets in a rhythm, gets it back and continues to roll along. Does not waste too much time. And immediately back in the stretch. The delivery. Cued. Softly. Out in front of home plate. Fielded by Galvin. On the bare hand is throw to first in time. A good play by the catcher, Marcus Galvin, who had to pop out of the squat, field it, and throw it practically all in one motion. Klein with just average speed. A good throw. 2 outs. So 2 outs for Brady Hewitt. Hewitt singled his first time and stole a base. Wood fires a breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Victoria, those uniforms they've got on tonight, showcasing the Victoria cityscape with the white and navy colorway. 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Wood is really working with that sweeper. And it's giving Victoria fits. They can't pick it up. Might go right back to it on the 0-2. With the Elks in their classic pinstripes. Wood comes in on a fastball that misses down and away. Just 1 hit allowed for Tyler Wood, who's been doing exactly what he's done all year, showcasing why he should have been named an All-Star earlier today. Here it is. Got him swinging. Tyler Wood. His 2nd K of the inning, 4th on the game. Ends the 4th. And another 0 for these Bend Elks, who carry a 3-1 lead into the 5th. Middle of the order coming up for the Elks in the top of the 5th. 3-1 Bend. And it's still the righty and Warren working. On the first pitch, Sanders skies one deep to left field. Giving chases the left fielder. It's gone. Troy Sanders, his 7th home run of the year. 3 in the last 2 games. And one of the hottest hitters on this earth. Unbelievable. He is scratching the surface of potentially taking the home run lead in the entire WCL. He entered tied for second with 6. Make that number 7. Now Isaiah Fudge. Breaking ball misses away. It is 4-1 Elks. And a team that has been gun shy from the home run ball. Already with 2. 1-0 to Fudge, misses up and away. Has been an inspiring effort so far. Just getting to the right-hander. And Flynn Warren. 2-0. Fastball. Grounded sharply on a couple of hops to the second baseman, Cron. His throw to first. 1 out. I mean, I tell you what, since that moment, that day about 2.5 weeks ago where Troy Sanders committed to Bethune-Cookman, he has been at ease. Multiple games with multiple home runs. He hit 2 on Sunday, gets the day off yesterday, and homers again deep down the left field line. First pitch to Klosick, called a strike. 0-1. And it's a good pitching staff, too, for Victoria. Top 3 in strikeouts, top 5 in whip. 0-1. Breaking ball foul. So to have this sort of effort this early in the game, especially when you knew you had to face their best arm at the beginning, an outstanding sign. First time through for Klosick. He went 1 for 2. Fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Klosick set down. The Elks tonight are embodying modern baseball with the slug and the strikeouts. It's the best and the worst of both worlds. You obviously will take the loads of extra base hits. They have 3 at the moment, with 2 of them being homers, as Pettit will take a breaking ball in tight. But then on the flip side, that is their 10th K. Pettit's 1 for 2. He also struck out. 1-0, he'll take for a strike. Another arm getting loose in the bullpen for Victoria. Likely being next after Flynn Warren. 1-1. Fastball popped up. Left side of the infield in foul territory. Wesley trailing over just in front of the dugout. He'll make the catch. And that will end the inning. But not after. Troy Sanders, his 7th home run of the year, has been one of the hottest hitters in this league and one in all of baseball. An unreal run with the long ball. 4-1 Elks. To the bottom of the 5th we go on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the 5th inning. Tyler Wood ready to go back to work against Brian Bradshaw. Check his swing on a pitch that misses down. He did not go. Bradshaw, Buring, and Chialoy. 7, 8, and 9 in this order. Tyler Wood has been in a rhythm. The 1-0. Fastball misses up and away. Bradshaw from Pomona, California, as mentioned previously, and these two will likely be facing off in conference play when the new year rolls around. Woods 2-0. Fastball nabs the outer third and called a strike. Bradshaw, the proponent of the lone run for Victoria so far through 4 frames. An RBI sac fly in the second. 2-1. Breaking ball. Grounded back up the middle past the dive of Isaiah Fudge and into center field for a leadoff single. Good piece of hitting from the left fielder. Bringing up Tristan Buring. Buring attends Whitman from Seattle, Washington. And flew out his first time. Going on the pitch is the runner in Bradshaw. The first pitch is lined into right and down for a hit. Picked up by Cahill on one hop. But Bradshaw will go all the way to third. And there's runners on the corners with no outs. The first inning where Tyler Wood showing some signs of weakness as Victoria starting to get on him. And the batter will be Cameron Chialoy. So the first and third situation, this has been a spot where the Elks have had some difficulties defensively. With Buring on first. See if he decides to take off with that hit, continuing to showcase his top 5 average in the league. Wood comes set. Comes home. No movement by the runners as the fastball misses down and away. This is a big spot for both teams. Victoria a chance to answer that first punch for the Elks. And the Elks, you got to keep that momentum in your dugout after 3 runs in the last 2 innings. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Chialoy chased down and away. He struck out his first time through. One. Breaking ball misses. Some action in the Elks bullpen. It looks like the sidewinder Alex Figueroa will likely be next. Some stirring, too, by the lefty Josh Mejia. Woods 2-1. Breaking ball. Grounded to the glove side of Pettit. Fields it near the bag. Picks it up. Throw to first. Pass Noble Ortega. An error. Bradshaw comes in to score. Getting the stop at third is Buring. And hold on now. Chialoy's caught up in between second and third. Galvin's throw goes down there. They've got Chialoy in a rundown. Fudge running him all the way back. We'll tag him there. And now taking off is Buring. He's in a rundown. Tagged by Sanders. A double play. An improbable one for the Elks. And a base running blunder for Victoria. Hold on. Time is now called by home plate umpire Blaise LeVay. And he might be calling the Elks for interference. As it stands, the runner in Tristan Buring is safe at third. Or sorry, that's Cameron Chialoy. Getting caught up in the rundown was the back runner Tristan Buring. He was out. And now Johnny Kemp in a face-to-face convo with Blaise LeVay. Runner at third, 1 out. 4-3 the score. But it looked like it was an Elks double play. And they're saying that it's not. Time is now called. The umpires are going to come together. So that's going to go down as an error on Brady Pettit, his second of the night on the throw that allowed for Brian Bradshaw to come in to score. Then Tristan Buring was trying to score just to get these runners right. Buring got held up at third by his head coach and Todd Haney. Getting caught in the rundown was Cameron Chialoy. Elks got him out there, and now they call it a double play. So the umps come together. Whatever Johnny Kemp said to home plate umpire Blaise LeVay did the trick, because once they come together, they determine that it is a double play. So that when Tristan Buring was trying to go back to third and got caught in the rundown, he was ultimately tagged out by Troy Sanders. There was no interference. So this would make it a double play that wipes all the runners off the bases and completely changes the complexion of the inning. It would have been a disastrous error for Brady Pettit, but because of the base running blunder where Cameron Chialoy got caught in between second and third, and then Buring got caught up in between third and home, they both were tagged out. It's just 4-2, and there's no one on base. This is one that will make the scorebook quite messy, to put it simply. But my goodness. The batter is David Cron at the top of the order, and the first pitch is swung on and missed at. So to get this straight, Buring and Chialoy both out, and it all was because of the third base coach and manager and Todd Haney holding up the lead runner in Buring. He was ready to go full speed as the ball went by Ortega, caromed up the first base line. But a good decision. Ultimately, though, on the 1-0, this is down and away. Ultimately, though, base runners just weren't on the same page. Woods pitch. Fastball misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike. So that goes foul. A full count now. Cron reached on an error and then flew out in the third. 4-2 the score in the bottom of the fifth, but the Elks avoiding a disaster on Brady Pettit's error on what was almost a magical play. Wood comes in. Breaking ball line down the left field line and foul. 98 off the bat on a ball that was scorched. Fortunately, nothing doing for these Victoria HarbourCats on that hard hit. Wood looking to get out of this through the top of the order unscathed. The 3-2. Fastball. Caught by Pettit at third. A diving catch and making up for his error earlier this frame. David Cron hit it hard, but BP makes the squeeze. And despite that error, Victoria makes a double play themselves on the bases. They just bring in 1, and it's 4-2 Elks head into the top of the 6th. After that bonkers bottom of the 5th, we're back here, top 6, 4-2 Elks. 2 outs on the bases for Victoria. And the new pitcher into the ball game, the sidewinder, Pierce Stone, will fill up the zone on the first pitch. Ortega, Nato, and then the top of the order for the Elks. Looking to add on, no lead safe in summer ball. 0-1. Fastball fouled right back. Stone, similar to maybe the pitcher coming in next for the Elks. A low 3/4 release that's tough at times to pick up. 6.75 ERA, 6 2/3. 8 strikeouts to 4 walks. 1.65 whip he's got. The 0-2 to Ortega, and he strikes him out on 3 pitches. So yes, the Elks are up 4-2, but man, this plague with the punch out, we'll call it, all night long, they just continue to strike out. That is their 11th K of the night. We are still just in the 6th. And Keaton Nato will hit. The pitch. Fastball misses up. Pierce Stone from Regis University, originally from Austin, Texas. 5'9" righty on the pitch. Fastball misses in tight. Keaton Nato not only flashing the leather tonight, but struck out in the 2nd and then walked in the 4th. 2-0. Misses away. If Nato were to reach, continue to do the same thing he's been doing all night long. With getting on as the 9-hole bat and setting the table for the top. See if Nato's got the green light. 3-0. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. Keaton Nato, for the 2nd consecutive at-bat, has walked. Bringing up Dmitry Sasidko. We've already seen this movie before. Sasidko is last time through in the 4th inning. A 2-run bomb to deep left field. Lone all-star for these Elks that has been absolutely outstanding. Off of first is Nato. He goes again. Fastball misses up. Square to bunt, pull back, throw down to 2nd. Not in time. Keaton Nato has stolen another base. That is bag number 12 of the summer. And he now is just automatic for this Elks coaching staff. They just send him off without even thinking about it. Man, it completely pays off. This could be a deadly combo for the Elks with Sasidko in the leadoff spot. 1-0, fastball called a strike on the outside corner. Because if Nato can keep getting on and stealing, it works perfectly for the Elks' best hitter. Time is now called as Stone steps off the mound. Sasidko, an RBI single in the 2nd, a 2 RBI home run in the 4th. 7 hits for the Elks to just 3 for the HarbourCats. 1-1. Miss is up. Good take from Dimitri. What it does, though, is it gives the HarbourCats an open base at first where, in theory, if they didn't want to pitch to the hot hitter in Sasidko, they wouldn't have to. 2-1. Fastball misses outside by just a hair. Les LeVay does not oblige. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's Nato out there on 2nd. Top 6, 1 out. Elks up by 2. Stone coming off of 2 years in school where he didn't throw more than 18 innings. 3-1 fouled away. Almost onto the street just to the right of this ballpark. Lovely venue for a baseball game and well worth the wait after the long travel days the last 48 hours. Last time the Elks were here was in 2019. And back once again. Full count. Fastball fouled away. Sisidko also got to get used to this ballpark. And pretty cool that he's already making an impact, because on next Wednesday, he will be back here for the All-Star game. Victoria playing host this year. Coming set is Stone. Is 3-2. Fastball fouled away. Dmitry Sisidko will never go down without a fight. And on the foul ball, catcher and Silva got a new ball back and fired it to Stone. He wasn't looking and almost got hit. Fortunately, it kicked off the glove. That was disaster averted for Victoria on a simple miscue. Sisidko keeps on battling. So tough to put away. Stone's payoff. Sisidko taps it foul. I mean, the college version of a Luis Arise-esque player where it is impossible to get that strike three by him. And if you do at some point, it's after a lot of hard work. The average also up, similar to Arise. Stone's 3-2. Fastball popped up. Shallow left field, falling fast. It is eyes. It's down. Nato moves up to third. He stopped there. But Dmitry Sisidko, who's knocking on the door of the best batting average in the WCL, has his third hit of the night. This has been incredible stuff for Dmitry in game one of this road trip. And it brings up Will Cahill. Nato on third, Sisidko on first. Will Cahill, who doubled his last time, looking for more. Fastball misses in tight. Stealing is Sisidko, and he's to second without a throw. Dmitry, after 20 stolen bases at Saddleback, has carried over that savvy base running to Bend and picks up another bag. So with two runners in scoring position, a base hit would do wonders. 1-0. Fastball grounded softly back up the middle, fielded by Cron on the backhand. His only play is to first. Gets the speedy Cahill, but coming in to score is Keaton Nato, and it's 5-2 Elks. You take an RBI ground out if you're Cahill. Just had to put a ball in play with all of his speed. Elks continue to get some more insurance runs. Sisidko up to third on that play for Marcus Galvin with two gone. Stone's pitch. Changeup misses down and away. Marcus Galvin, a couple of walks and a flyout. And a unique lineup construction for these Elks. It's really worked tonight. 1-0. Breaking ball misses up and away. Sisidko and Cahill at the top with their speed and their power tandem. Sanders in the cleanup spot, who's been the Elks' best hitter, and then a bottom of the order that's got some spark. 2-0. Fastball fouled straight back for Marcus Galvin. Quiet bullpen for Victoria, so the plan for Stone to continue to work for the time being. Last time he threw prior to tonight was June the 28th against Bellingham, where he got roughed up a bit. And the Elks doing the same. 2-1. Fastball hit well, deep to center field. Giving chase is Chia Loy, but he makes the catch in the alleyway to end the frame. Marcus Galvin gave it a ride, but nothing to show for it. Will Cahill, though, with runners on the corners, just puts a ball in play. The 4-3 putout gives him an RBI. And the Elks have a 5-2 lead now, heading to the bottom of the sixth. Tyler Wood's night is done, and in line for the win if the Elks can continue to pitch. Alex Figueroa Back-to-back sidewinders when we return on Bend Elks YouTube. New pitcher into the ball game for the Bend Elks. It's the sidearm reliever, Alex Figueroa, who's been a guy the Elks have leaned on time and time again this year. Gets another shot against the middle of this order, and the first pitch is called a strike. 5-2 Bend. It's been a complete game so far, but you aren't anywhere close to home yet. Have to continue to play. 0-1, swung on and missed. Well out in front was Wesley. Wesley, Shepard, and Silva, 2, 3, and 4 in this order. Alex Figueroa has been great. A 2.35 ERA and 7 2/3, a 104 whip with 7 punch-outs, and a tough guy to pick up. 0-2, wicked breaking ball, runs in tight, and Wesley has to duck out of the way of it. Alex Figueroa in the transfer portal last summer with the Walla Walla Sweets in the West Coast League. Only out of the stretch. The 1-2 goes back to that filthy sweeper with so much run. But a good take by Wesley. Matt Wesley from George Mason. Entered tonight with a top 5 batting average in the West Coast League. 0 for 2 so far. The 2-2 misses low. Wesley has worked all the way back to a full count. It was in Northwestern Oklahoma. Didn't work a whole ton. Payoff. Fastball flared into shallow right and down for a base hit with some side spin. Wesley's going to round first and stay there. Picked up by Cahill. And Matt Wesley has himself his first hit of the night. Also now in the game, Cam Beck for Nobel Ortega over there at first. Beck, the Oregon State first baseman. Logan Shepard, the hitter. Fig comes set and fires. Fastball that misses low. Last time that Alex Figueroa worked, you look back to July the 3rd against Yakima, just 2/3 of an inning pitched. Did not allow a run. Last full inning came against Walla Walla on the 30th. Similar story. 1-0. Fastball gets the call. Shades of a lot of guys in Major League Baseball with fastball not too hard, but the deceptiveness makes up for it. A Tyler Rogers, a Ryan Thompson with Arizona. The 1-1. Check swing on a breaking ball misses away. And Alex Figueroa admits, takes pages out of those guys' books all the time. How to be effective. He said if he throws over the top, he'll throw around 90. But is much more efficient and a better pitcher, opting for this sidearm route. 2-1. Fastball tapped softly out in front of home plate. Figueroa fields it on the run. Throw to first, pulls back off the bag, and goes by him into shallow right field. Wesley goes all the way up to third, and an error on the pitcher in Figueroa, but one that Beck really should have stopped. Alex Figueroa maybe had some pressure by the runner in Logan Shepard, but the Elks make that their third error of the night. And time is now called. Wes Harper, the pitching coach, to go and chat.
All right, everybody, come up here.
Tough play for Figueroa. Falling off the mound, of course, but after you sub Beck in for Nobel Ortega, that's one of those balls that you expect to be picked on the backhand. Happy birthday now being sung throughout the stadium. Great community here in Victoria. Been impressed so far, even in just day one. We're happy to continue this week in Canada. A lot of these players, their first time leaving the country was a bit of a surreal experience earlier today on the ferry. Now it's the lefty bat and Jacob Silva who takes a strike on the inner third. And a great opportunity in this West Coast League to see new spots, just like we have so far here. Silva's 0 for 2, a line out and a punch out, but Victoria in business here in the sixth. Figueroa throws over to check on Shepard, who's back with a dive. Got some speed on third and Wesley. But the Elks would sacrifice a run if it meant a ground ball to turn two here. Figueroa just looking to consistently find the zone. His 0-1. Runner on the move. Fastball misses in tight. Throw goes all the way down to second. Not in time. The tag was there, but the leg of Logan Shepard just got under it. And there's runners on second and third with no outs. Johnny Kemp making the slow walk out. And he's going to have another face-to-face chat with Owen Naparalski. I see what Naparalski was saying and seen, I believe. Although the throw was there and Fudge applied the tag, he tagged Logan Shepard far enough up on the thigh where his foot may have slipped in. But Kemp is frustrated because that would have been a big out. And an interesting decision for Galvin to snap it all the way down, first and third, nobody out. But he got a good look at it. Wesley stayed put at third. The corner infielders in Pettit and Beck will start to creep in. Middle infield and Sanders and Fudge staying back. 1-1. Changeup misses low. Big spot in this game for Victoria to have a chance to answer. Silva, then Klein and Hewitt. 4, 5, and 6. Although they've held Klein down, he's had some good at-bats. 2-1. Fastball just outside. That's another one the Elks will want down there in the dugout. You have the open base at first and absolutely can use it, but for Figueroa, got to put something on the corner. 3-1. Fastball gets the call on the outside corner. Maybe a gift from Blaise LeVay, but it keeps Silva in the box and makes it a full count. The switch hitting backstop, staying on the left side against the righty reliever. 8 runs batted in on the year in a prime spot here. Payoff. Fastball popped up. Shallow left field, but Troy Sanders is there. He makes the catch. And nobody can go anywhere. Just as good as a strikeout for Alex Figueroa. And there's one gone in the 6th. Time is now called as Marcus Galvin will go and chat with Alex Figueroa. But man, that is a big out and a big spot. Bringing up Roan Klein. This will give even more of an excuse for the middle of the infield to stay back. Your runners, Wesley on third, Shepard on second here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. 5-2 Elks. But looking to keep that momentum. The pitch is a fastball that misses low. Roan Klein, a walk and a slow tapper that was fielded by Marcus Galvin for an out. Big frame from the left side. The 1-0. Fastball grounded softly to Fudge at second, who kicks it. Klein's going to reach base safely at first. Coming in to score is Matt Wesley. And the Elks have shot themselves in the foot way too many times tonight. The 4th error, and it's 5-3. Isaiah Fudge with a tough play. All he needed to do is flip it and go to first, and they're going to rule it an infield single. It was a tough play, but one that if you ask Fudge, he definitely would have said he should have made. Now Brady Hewitt, take a fastball in tight. Official attendance for tonight, a great crowd for a Tuesday. 1,421 Victoria HarbourCat fans. 1-0, fastball tapped foul. But with all these errors and defensive miscues, man, oh man, the amount of times the Elks have just continued to shoot themselves in the foot. Throw back over to first to check on Klein. He's back with the dive. Ground ball would get the Elks out of this frame. Bottom 6 now. Tying run on first in Klein. They throw back over. He's back with the dive. Also, earlier this inning on the Alex Figueroa error, could have been dug out by Cam Beck. So multiple plays tonight, despite a couple of web gems from Keaton Nadeau that have cost the Elks. 1-1 to Hewitt. Misses low. And that lowest fielding percentage in the league coming back to bite them. Alex Figueroa struggling to find the zone, and it's allowing these Victoria hitters to really zero in. Big pitch coming up in the hitter's count. 2-1 to Brady Hewitt. Fastball misses low. 3-1. Figueroa asking where that is. Home plate umpire LeVay says down. And with Figueroa not finding the zone at a high regularity, tough to get those pitches on the corners. 3-1, 1 out. Runners on the corners. 5-3 Elks. The pitch. The bases are loaded on the walk. You only can shoot yourselves in the foot so many times and expect to come out on the other side unscathed. And the Elks are just putting themselves in undesirable situations. The bases are loaded with 1 out for Brian Bradshaw, who's already done some damage tonight. Braven Nason starting to toss. The Bellingham Washington native in the bullpen. Watching along on Alex Figueroa. First pitch misses down and away. Figueroa getting down early in counts with regularity, and it's allowing for these hitters to just sit on a pitch that they love and crush. 1-0. Misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Figueroa, who's been reliable, on the brink of an extremely frustrating outing. But also, you think a ground ball gets you out of it still. The 2-0 gets the call at the bottom of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. UC San Diego, just a $150 Bradshaw hit in 52 at-bats. But finding himself this summer in Victoria. Fig comes in on a fastball that's grounded to Fudge at second. Could be 2. Goes to second for 1. Throw back to first, not in time. And coming in to score on the fielder's choice is Logan Shepard. It's 5-4. So Victoria gets it within 1, and they have that tying run on third as Roan Klein moved up there on the fielder's choice. They did their best. Bradshaw runs well, and the hitter is Tristan Buring. First pitch misses away. 8 hits for the Elks, just 5 for the HarbourCats. But 3 costly errors have put them behind the 8 ball. 1-0. Gets the call on the outer third. Some groans from the home Victoria crowd. Buring, a flyout and a single. If you can just get out of this inning still with the lead, you take it as a massive win with the disaster that's unfolded. 1-1. Bradshaw goes. Fastball misses low. Galvin has no play. And Bradshaw moves up to second on the wild pitch. A base hit would give Victoria the lead. This inning has flipped on its head in improbable fashion. But unfortunately, it's what the Elks have really seen all year. 2-1. Fastball sky, deep to left center field. Nobody's there. Sasidko gives chase. It's going to one-hop the wall. 2-run score. Slipping on the track is Nato. Big turnaround second for Buring. He'll stop there. A 2 RBI double and a 4 spot for the HarbourCats in the 6th. Give them a 6-5 lead. Buring just went with the pitch and scolded a ball that was backspun to the opposite field. Wes Harper heading back out. This will likely be a signal to the bullpen. It is. Alex Figueroa in a clunky start, his worst of the 2026 year. We'll take him out of this game before he completes a full inning. Braven Nason, the new pitcher, when we return. Now 6-5 Victoria. We'll be back after this on Bend Elks YouTube. New pitcher on the mound for the Bend Elks. It's the right-hander, Braven Nason. 6-5, Victoria on top, 4 runs in this 6th inning. Changing the complexion of this game entirely in a game where the Elks were really in firm control. Nason from Bellingham, Washington goes to Skagit Valley College. The 1-0 to Chialoy. There's a fastball that misses away. Nason, his last outing was the worst of the bunch, but another reliever who came into this season with little expectation and has carved out a role. His pitch. Misses down and in, 3-0. So the Elks collectively really struggling to find the strike zone after Tyler Wood, which has unfortunately been a common theme in Tyler Wood's starts. He now is going to get another no decision and be winless despite having an ERA that is under 2. Nason's 3-0. He walked him on 4 pitches. So Braven Nason comes in out of the bullpen and immediately cannot find the zone. Bringing up David Cron. First and second. 2 outs in this inning. This is the 9th batter of the frame. They've hit all the way around. Cron is 0 for 3. Nason slider misses away. That's his 5th ball in a row. And with a crowd of 1,400, the more that those pitches miss the strike zone, the more intense this crowd gets. Even with the clunky start entering this outing, or the clunky last appearance, Nason with an ERA under 1. 1-0 fastball lined into left, down for a base hit in front of Sasidko. He picks it up. Rounding third and heading home is the runner. 7-5 Victoria. Buring's the one that scores an RBI single for David Cron, and a massive crooked number for the HarbourCats in the 6th. Beyond frustrating has been this entire season for the Elks, and once again here tonight when it feels like momentum's picking up, all gone in the blink of an eye. Matt Wesley, the hitter. Nason's pitch is crushed. Deep to left field. Sasidko's going back. It's gone. A 3-run home run for Matt Wesley makes it an 8-run 6th inning. And the HarbourCats have blown this game wide open. It's 10-5. Matt Wesley's 3rd of the year now, 17 runs batted in. And if this was the first game you were watching for the Elks, you'd think unbelievable, but really quite believable. Logan Shepard will take outside. The ball's here at Royal Athletic Park to left field. Get out of here in a hurry. We saw the same thing with the Dimitri Sasidko home run. Get some help with the wind out that way, and Wesley taking advantage. One of the best hitters in the league. 1-0. Fastball popped up. Shallow right field, Isaiah Fudge circling underneath it. He'll make the catch. That'll end the inning, but not after. 8 runs in the 6th. And the Elks now well behind, needing a seismic comeback in a game that was in control. We'll go to the 7th after this. Top of the 7th inning here in Victoria. Elks trail 10-5. And Sanders will take a fastball up and in tight. Sanders, Fudge, and Klosik. Last time that Troy came up in the 5th inning, the Elks were in control. And now well behind after 8 runs for Victoria in the 6th inning. Blowing this game open and taking advantage of a rough Bend Elk night from the bullpen. 1-1. Fastball called to strike. New pitcher in the ball game for Victoria. It's Spencer Kratt, the righty. Kratt 9 2/3, a 12.10 ERA. Has struggled with the base on balls, 8 Ks to 8 walks. His 1-2 to Sanders. Fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. And despite the home run from Troy in the 5th, that's a hat trick tonight. That is now the 12th time the Elks have struck out. Isaiah Fudge hits with 1 gone. First pitch is called to strike on the outer third. So many times this year the Elks have been up late and that lead has evaporated. You wonder if you just close the games you should, what the record looks like. At 12-16 it is right now. They very well could be just over 500. Victoria running into a lot of bad luck at the beginning of this year. Really good team and taking advantage. 0-2. Fastball called strike 3. Back-to-back looking Ks. And Johnny telling home plate umpire Bryce LeVay that it's off the plate, but it's hard to have sympathy when this same thing keeps happening. Just too many looking Ks. Needing to protect with 2 outs, and Blaze LeVay is barking at Johnny Kemp, the Elks manager, telling him to stay in his box. This could turn into another ejection. Kemp and LeVay going at it still, both talking to each other adamantly, and Kemp will now continue to walk near the bullpen, or the dugout rather, and stay in there. The Elks do not have a third base coach. Klosik will hit with 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and missed. And 13 Ks. Obviously there's frustration, but not all on the umpire. 0-1. Klosik takes low. But you gotta light some sort of fire so you completely understand it, especially in a game that has slipped away. Klosik is 1 for 3 as the 1-1 heater's called a strike on the outside corner. Spencer Kratt from San Jose State flirting with striking out the side. 1-2, 2 outs, top 7, Elks trail 10-5. Kratt looks in. His pitch. Rounded softly back up the middle. Hewitt fields it at short, throws to first. That'll end the inning. A 1-2-3 7th inning for the righty Spencer Kratt. Stretch time in Victoria. It's 10-5 HarbourCats in firm control. We're to the bottom of the 7th here in Victoria. 10-5 HarbourCats. Josh Mejia, the new arm for the Elks, will fire. Goes to the off speed at 76, then misses low. Mejia will face Silva, the switch hitter, who's batting from the right side for the first time tonight. Silva, Klein, then Hewitt. Mejia's 1-0. Funky arm angle, misses in tight on the fastball. Really deceptive over the top. Hides it for quite some time behind his head and then will rocket it in. Silva 0 for 3, one of the rare HarbourCats to not be in on the action yet. As the pitch misses down. 3-0. Just to recap, it really was one inning that blew this game open for Victoria. An 8 spot in the 6th frame. And it's put the Elks significantly behind the 8 ball. Mejia's 3-0. And it runs so far and tight it almost hits Silva, where he peers back out to the mound. Four-pitch walk. The lefty, Ron Klein, will step in. Both teams with 8 hits. Unbelievable that the Elks trail by 5 as that changeup's called a strike. I feel like you could just keep counting the times of games this season where the Elks have out-hit another team or been close in that category and lost by multiple runs because of free passes and because of errors. 0-1. Misses low, kicks away from Galvin. Far enough where Silva is able to move up to second. So on the wild pitch, Victoria gets another runner in scoring position. Josh Mejia, the pitcher, close relationship with Johnny Kemp after being at Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls. Now making his way to Bend. 1-1. Called a strike on the outside corner. Ron Klein has reached base twice tonight, a walk and a single. That single coming on the infield with good hustle from him busting down the line. 1-2. Popped up, capped off the end of the bat, and Pettit gives chase, but it goes foul. He has been a whole lot of places in the Pacific Northwest. Was at Lower Columbia Community College, formerly also the home of the Cowlitz Black Bears, who are no longer in the West Coast League. And now at Oregon Tech. 1-2. Misses down and away. A good take by Ron Klein. Had a 9 ERA in 10 innings. And worked at the beginning of the season for the Elks, and then finally just now back. Klein, the Utah transfer, now at San Jose State. 2-2. Popped up. Left field, so Sidko moving near the line. He'll make the catch with one hand, and that'll keep Silva at second. So good job by Mejia getting himself an out, and that brings up Brady Hewitt. Hewitt was with the Conejo Oaks in the summer of 2025 in the California Collegiate League. Just hit a $167 and 78 at-bats. Mejia's pitch is a fastball that misses up. And then similar to the starter tonight in Eric Rico, Hewitt went to Fresno State where he had a really good season. Hit over 308 and was in the lineup consistently in the Mountain West. 1-0. Misses down. Hit on all the D1 talent that Todd Haney has brought over here in Victoria, but also a lot of California representation. Multiple San Jose State Spartans. You got UC San Diego and here Fresno State. Mejia fires. Fastball that misses low. Still a good crowd sticking around watching their HarbourCats mount a comeback, but this is another Elks arm that has failed to find the strike zone. Even though the walks and hit by pitches don't stand out tonight like they have before, still getting behind has resulted in all the damage done. Mejia's 3-0, misses low. Blocked by Galvin on one hop off the dirt. But it's the second 4-pitch walk of the inning for Josh Mejia. Runners on first and second with one out for Brian Bradshaw. Bradshaw, 2 runs batted in tonight. Mejia's pitch. Outside for a ball. Similar to that moment where Braven Nason was unable to throw a strike. That Victoria bench getting on the pitcher. And Galvin and Sanders will go out to chat with Mejia on the mound. Runner on first is Hewitt, on second is Silva. 10-5 Victoria in the bottom of the 7th. In a game that was moving along, it's come to a bit of a standstill because of that big frame from Victoria. And a long mound visit between Galvin and Mejia that hasn't been broken up by either umpire. Now they'll depart. Bradshaw had an RBI sac fly in the 2nd, an RBI ground out in the 6th. But a whole lot of runs batted in for this Victoria group that's top 10 in that category. Mejia's 1-0. Grooved in there for a strike. Ground ball would get the Elks out of this frame, and you're hoping for it. Looks like an arm getting loose for the Elks in the bullpen. 1-1. Skips in for a ball. Look like it's the new pitcher for the Elks. Riker Altazier, the right-hander. 2-1. Up and away on a ball. Altazier from Redmond, Washington, so he'll likely be after Mejia. Both Johnny Kemp and Wes Harper in a night where Alan Cox is suspended. He'll also be suspended for tomorrow night's game. Just looking for answers out of this bullpen. And unfortunately haven't come up with anything. Mejia's 3-1 is uncompetitive. It's way outside. And another walk. The bases are loaded with one out. And you feel for Josh Mejia, but the Elks got to get somebody in there that can throw some strikes. Tristan Buring, who had a big hit already tonight. He's 2 for 3. Had a 2 RBI double in that monster 6th. Will hit here left on left with Mejia. The pitch. But until he finds the zone, these Victoria HarbourCats are not going to get their bats off their shoulders. They're loaded. 10-5 the score in the home half of the 7th with 1 out. You need a ground ball or some soft contact. The delivery is a fastball that's called a strike. Buring from Whitman College, the home of the Walla Walla Sweets over the summer, another team in this WCL. Check swing on a pitch up, win around, 1-2. But Buring making his way to Victoria for the summer, where he's been outstanding and a reliable guy that Coach Haney has put even towards the bottom of the lineup. 1-2. Spiked it to the backstop. Runners coming in to score. Everybody moves up. It's 11-5. And that's Silva crossing home plate. Hewitt to third, Bradshaw to second. The disastrous 7th inning continues. Just getting to the point where every game really feels the same. As in there's moments of bright spots and then it all just falls apart. Mejia's 2-2. Grounded. Pass Sanders into left for a hit. Hewitt scores. Up to third is Bradshaw. It's 12-5. And the third RBI tonight for Tristan Buring. This has become a blowout in a game that the Elks led 5-1. 11 unanswered for the Victoria HarbourCats. And this hasn't been the first time this year that this has happened. Josh Mejia's night is done. He cannot finish the inning. Riker Altazir coming in out of the bullpen. We'll see you on the other side after this break. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Minor technical difficulty. Apologies for that. What you missed was a put out. Brady Pettit ranging to his right on a ground ball, fielded it through to first with the new pitcher in the game, Riker Altazir. So Riker gets the put out, and we're back to the top of the order with David Cron. Altazir's pitch misses low. Two runs in for the Victoria HarbourCats this inning, 8 last frame. The Elks led this game 5-1, 11 unanswered, and 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-0. Breaking ball misses low. And Marcus Galvin, after that one misses out of the zone, will go out and have a chat with his pitcher and Altazir. Altazir also an Oregon Tech pitcher, just like Josh Mejia, so picking up his former teammate. Cron had an RBI single his last time. 2-0. Fastball demolished. Way back to left and way gone. A 3-run back-breaking home run. And the offensive onslaught continues for the Victoria HarbourCats. It's 15-5. 14 unanswered runs. As improbable as it gets. The second home run of the night, and both of them were 3-run blasts. First pitch to Ad Wesley, who homered his last time. 0-1 from Altazir, skips in for a ball. It really feels like we've played 2 different games tonight. One that at the beginning highlighted a lot of Elk success, and then this bullpen has fell apart. Breaking ball on the 1-1 popped up to Sanders, who comes in at short. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Riker Altazir got his second out relatively quickly. But the Elks, they give up some back-breaking hits when it comes to when they're close to getting out of innings, and that was another one. You need a whole lot, and you only got 2 innings to work with. Elks trail by 10 on the Bend Elks YouTube page. We're back after this. New pitcher in the ball game for the Victoria HarbourCats. Facing Brady Pettit to open up this frame. It's Pettit, Beck, and then Nato. Elks playing severe catch-up, down big. That fastball misses down and away. Correction, same pitcher still in the ball game. It's Kratt, the righty. Pitch to Pettit, check swing, called a strike on the inner third. Been some disagreement tonight with that home plate umpire from the Elk side, but no more ejections. Just looking to come back in any sense as the 2-1 is grounded deep into the 6 hole. Fielded by the shortstop in Hewitt. His throw to first cannot be dug out by Klein, and Pettit reaches. Going to go down as an error. It was a really tough play by Hewitt, but had plenty of time on the throw, and on one hop could not be dug out by Klein. Cambeck, the hitter, will take low on a fastball. Popping out of the squad is Silva. This is Cambeck's first at-bat of the game after he entered for Nobel Ortega defensively at first. 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Cambeck from Oregon State, originally from South Jordan, Utah, formerly the #1 player in the state. 1-1 changeup misses down. Back a lot of swing and miss in the swing, but man, when he can make contact, can put a charge into a ball. 238 average, 1 homer. The 2-1 popped up to the left side of the infield. Wesley and Hewitt come together. It's Hewitt at short, making the catch. Nine-hole hitter now, Keaton Nato. The pitch. Fastball misses up. Good work so far from Spencer Kratt. This entire pitching staff has been decent tonight. The only clunker came from Flynn Warren, but the rest have picked up right where they've left off. Eric Rico was solid as a starter. His pitch count just got up early. And then the rest of the group has continued. 1-1. Breaking ball. Grounded sharply to the second baseman in Cron, who goes to second for 1. Throwback to first. A 4-6-3 double play. Nato thought he was safe. He's barking at base umpire Matthias Smith. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 15-5, Victoria. Riker Altazir back on the mound for his second inning of work as the fastball misses low. Logan Shepard, the first batter this inning, 3, 4, and 5 for the HarbourCats as the breaking ball misses in. Shepard from Olympia, Washington, goes to Mercer. This entire offensive performance from Victoria tonight has been impressive as the 1-0 is skied to left center field. Nato is there, and he catches it high above his left shoulder. Looked like initially might have not been able to spot that. Makes a good catch. One out for Jacob Silva here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. Changeup misses down and in. Silva's last time through walked. 0 for 3 tonight. Altazir's pitch. Heater misses up and away. Altazir from Redmond, Oregon, so a hometown product, but he makes his debut on the road. That same lineage with Johnny Kemp, who was at Oregon Tech. In 2026, just 9 innings, though, with Oregon Tech, a 14 ERA. 2-0 heater misses up and away. Playing him straight up is the defense. 3-0, 1 out, nobody on base in the bottom of the 8th. Altazir's pitch. Ball 4. This is up and away. And Jacob Silva has walked for his second straight plate appearance. I believe that's the 8th walk for these Elks. Roan Klein, the hitter. Fastball misses away. Those 8 free passes plus 3 errors. I mean, that's why the Victoria rally even started. 1-0 check swing misses in. Although they've had the massive swings, it's still 15 runs on just 10 hits. Klein has reached a couple of times. Walk and a single. Altazir's 2-0. That ball's absolutely tattooed. All Will Cahill can do is give it a courtesy jog. A 2-run home run makes it 17-5. $16 unanswered. 105 off the bat. Brady Hewitt, the hitter, with 1 out. Altazir's pitch. Fouled away. A 1, called a strike. Aside from an 18-run performance against, or correction, look at him. look back at Victoria's numbers so far to see if they've scored this many, as the 0-2 swung on and missed. 2 outs. Altazir gets the K. There was a game earlier this year in May where Victoria put up 15 against the Portland Pickles on the road in an impressive offensive performance. First pitch to Brian Bradshaw is called a strike. But the only other time that they scored this many runs in a game in league play actually was on Friday the 26th of June, where they beat Bellingham 17-6 in a similar game to this. So these offensive outbursts for Victoria have been frequent. Multiple games this year with 10-plus runs. And doing it again. 0-2 to Bradshaw. That's hit well. Down in front of Cahill in right field for a base hit. And keeps the inning going for Riker Altazir. Now Tristan Buring. Not much else to say in a matchup this lopsided. Altazir's fastball runs in tight, almost hits Buring. Eight runs in the 6th. 5 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th for Victoria. Have put them in this spot where they are well up in a game that the Elks were on top 5-1 at one point. This is a rarity in baseball, regardless of where the Elks' struggles have resided. 2-0. Fastball grounded up the third base line and foul. But if you're looking for positives, regardless of how the rest of this game turns out tonight, you start tomorrow 0-0, and baseball's a funky sport where it can do a whole lot of different things. It's just been a common theme that the Elks on the road are a completely different team. Two 1, 2 outs, runner on first. Altazir's curveball is fouled up the first baseline. So far this year for the Bend Elks, just 3 wins away from home. 3-7 their record, and on the brink of dropping their 8th. In a second half where you need urgency and got to get going. 2-2 to Buring. Breaking ball lined up the middle and through for a base hit. Touching second and staying there is Bradshaw. Nato picks it up, and the line keeps moving. That is the 4th hit of the night for Tristan Buring. 3 singles and a double. And he just continues to hit towards the top of the league in batting average. And Victoria tonight showcasing why they had 4 All-Stars selected to the game in their home stadium. 9-hole batter, and Chialoy will take a fastball away. Should be a cool event a week from Wednesday. Shown on MLB.com, which is outstanding exposure for this league that's starting to gain a lot more traction. 1-0 fastball ripped foul down the third baseline. Looks like Carter Hess is starting to toss for the Elks in the bullpen in case they go to another pitcher. Cron, Wesley, Rico, and Arnett, the All-Stars for Victoria. 1-1 misses low, skips in front of Galvin. He stops it, and the runners will stay put. but shocked with the numbers that Tristan Buring wasn't in consideration for that, especially watching him play tonight with how hot of a bat he's swinging. Two one. Fastball flared, shallow right field, falling fast, down in front of Cahill for a base hit. Bradshaw is going to come in to score. The throw skips past second base all the way to Pettit at third. It's 18-5. That looked like a ball that Will Cahill could have caught, but he didn't run in at full speed and kind of just let it fall in front of him. Could have been a ball that got lost in the dusk, as we've seen already for the Elks. This is the third consecutive inning where Victoria has brought at least 9 runners to the plate. I mean, you could not script a more lopsided offensive performance. And especially over 3 innings, it's completely unheard of. Victoria, if they were to score again, would have their most runs scored in a West Coast League game this year. David Cron, the batter. Maltazir goes to a breaking ball, and at this point in the game, you don't want to waste too much bullpen because you still got 2 games after tonight. So Altazir is just wearing it out there, looking to escape. 1-0 heater misses up and away. The 6th time that Cron has come to the dish. And the last time he put a charge into a ball deep to left field on a 3-run homer. One of their 3 homers tonight. 2-0 isn't close up. This inning just continues to drag along. Buring and Chialoy on the bases. The 3-0 fastball is called a strike. After the HarbourCats got swept by Kelowna, to come into this series with as much power as they have has been wildly impressive. 3-1 in tight ball 4. And they're loaded again here in the 8th. Wes Harper, I think, has to go to the bullpen, and he is. Carter Hess will look to clean up the dirty work. Riker Altazir will exit. They're loaded. It's 18-5 Victoria with 3 in the 8th. 2 outs. And we're back after this on Bend Elks YouTube. Carter Hess, the new pitcher into the ballgame for the Elks in relief of Riker Altazir. Bases loaded for the former Summit High School product, goes to Mount Hood. Face Wesley. First pitch home is a fastball that's skied to deep right center field, but Will Cahill has a beat on it. He'll reach up to make the catch. And Carter Hess gets out of the inning with just one pitch thrown. We will go to the top of the ninth. 18-5 the score, as the Elks need to do a whole lot to come back in this game. But we'll keep you here momentarily. If you're an Ad-Free Elks Streams member and you're watching the stream tonight, thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you're watching on the separate members-only stream, though, if you're paying for it, not the public one. It is the same live game broadcast, just on a separate YouTube stream with ads turned off. And to watch ad-free, go to the Bend Elks YouTube channel, find tonight's stream labeled Members Only Ad-Free Stream, and open that one. Not a member yet, hit the join button on the Bend Elks YouTube channel and choose Ad-Free Elks Streams to support the broadcast and watch without YouTube ads. New pitcher into the ball game for the Elks with Carter Hess. He got the one out, and now you got to play massive catch-up. We'll take a look around the West Coast League while we have a moment before this top of the ninth action that happened tonight around the league. Nanaimo, they beat Edmonton 12-4 in a good win on the road for the Night Owls. Wenatchee is stomping Port Angeles, similar to this one, but even worse, 19-1 Apple Sox in the top of the ninth. Kelowna stays hot. They beat Kamloops. Their 11-1 win. Marion beat the Fish Sticks in a non-league 4-3. You know the score here, of course. Yakima beat Ridgefield 10-4. That's a big win for the Valley Pippins. Bellingham in a non-league over the Nighthawks 5-1. Walla Walla stays hot. Beats Springfield 6-3. They're creeping upon being a lock for the playoffs. And then Corvallis in the first of three against Portland at Walker Stadium, up 10-3. Dmitry Sisidko will step up to start the ninth and take a strike. Sisidko, Cahill, and Galvin. Top of the Elks order. Dmitry Sisidko, his massive night. All happened when the Elks were on top in this game, 5-1. A one home. It's called a strike on the outer third. But he really has been one of the few Elks that has had a massive game. 3 hits tonight. Struck out in his first at-bat, but adding on to that batting average. 0-2 fastball misses away. This is still Spencer Kratt. Third inning of work for the right-hander. Kratt comes set on the 1-2. And the breaking ball is popped up foul territory, giving chase is Klein. And it lands on top of the dugout there. The Elks being at 12-16, you're playing catch-up. When we take a look at the West Coast League standings, Ridgefield are already a lock for the playoffs, winning the first half. So they'll be that 1 seed. Walla Walla's right there with them, though, in overall record. 2 strike pitch is fouled away by Sisidko, who stays alive. Corvallis 16-14, just a game back of Walla Walla. Yakima's 1 game below 500. And then you get into the weeds, all these teams that are close to each other. Pickles, Elks, Berries. Shocking year for Portland. First year, no Mark Magdaleno, and they've not been the same organization. But you see there on the 1-2. As Sisidko pops it up foul and out of play, doing what Dmitry Sisidko does. Although it's jam-packed down there at the bottom of the South, it's go time for the Elks, and they really need to start winning games at a high regularity. This is a big road trip for them. 8 games, 6 of them being in Canada, 2 in Portland. 1-2. Changeup misses down and away, and you're at a point now where not a good start, and you got to pick it up a ton moving forward. Walla Walla is one of those teams that is coming out of nowhere. 4 straight wins, first year under Leo Rivera, and great group. 2-strike pitch. Sidco lines one in the Elks dugout. Hope that everybody's okay. That was scorched off the bat. It is so difficult to put Dmitry Sidco away, and he continues to prove exactly that. Do the 2-2 again. Fastball grounded into left and through for a base hit. Past the dive of Wesley. A 4-hit night for Dmitry Sidco, who has done it all tonight, just hours after he was named a West Coast League All-Star. That's awesome for Dmitry, and just showing why he deserved it so much. Got to the point after about a week or two of the season where these Elks coaches just couldn't keep him out of the lineup. Now Will Cahill. First pitch home, he swings through it. Fun festivities coming up during All-Star Week here in Victoria. Former Toronto Blue Jay legend Kevin Pillar will be here. A lot of cool events, as there always is, as no one misses down and in. And then the game itself, of course, a great event. Last 2 years being hosted by a team in the north with Bellingham a year ago, and this time Victoria. 1-1. Cahill chases the changeup down and away. Will, also a good day at the dish. The top of this order has done a very nice job. Couple of hits, a ground out for a run batted in. 18-5 the score in the top of the 9th. The pitch. Fastball misses low. No oblige for home plate umpire Blaise Levay, and Victoria hoping that he'd expand his strike zone at this stage of the game. 2-2. Up and away. Full count. But although you got to come back so far that it's seemingly impossible, even just stringing together a couple of base runners could do wonders for confidence moving forward for the rest of this series. Kratz, full count pitch is a fastball that's called strike 3 on the outside corner. One out in the 9th. All that Cahill thought was off the plate. LeVay, though, expands the zone and brings up Marcus Galvin. From our angle, it looks like home plate umpire Blaise LeVay is on both sides missed that pitch down and away. And the Elks continue to take it without adjusting, and it's costing them. That is the 14th K of the night for the Elks. 1-0. Fastball misses high. It's hard to win games in a lot of cases when you punch out that many times, and it's put the Elks in a very difficult spot. Galvin has walked a couple of times, also flown out a pair. Kratz 2-0. Sprayed foul. Be back at it tomorrow night and Thursday at 6:35. Same spot, same place. So make sure you subscribe to the Bend Elks YouTube page and follow us along on all our social media for more content. Elks winners of 6 of their last 10, but the bad habits creeping back. 2-1 heater misses. No, called a strike at the knees. 2-2. Popping up out of the squat was Silva, so made the heater look lower than it was in reality. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses low, and Galvin stays alive. Galvin from Southern California, just like a lot of these Elks, always have a good amount of players from that region. Now looking for his next chapter. The payoff. Galvin walks. Takes a fastball low. That's the third time tonight that Marcus Galvin has walked. And we'll get a new pitcher into the game. It's number 30, Brody Whitcomb. So Whitcomb met the team here, made the trip, and the young outfielder and corner infielder who recently graduated Caldera High School will get an at-bat here in the ninth. Comes in for Troy Sanders, who homered back in the fifth. Krat to Whitcomb. Fastball, big swing and a miss. Oh, 1. Heater misses low. Whitcomb, the tall, lanky left-handed bat. And when he pieces it together, that ball can go a long way when he puts a charge into it. Upright stance and an uppercut-esque swing. 1-1. Misses low. Two balls and one strike, a hitter's count for Whitcomb. On second is Sisidko, on first is Galvin. The pitch. Misses low, 3-1. Good at bat from Brody Whitcomb, coming in for Troy Sanders' more favorable matchup. The pitch. High ball 4. So Brody Whitcomb walks and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Yes, the Elks are still down by 13, but if you string together some more base runners, you keep building that confidence. Fudge with a big swing and a miss, 0-1. Fudge is 0 for 4 tonight. Infielder from San Diego, California. Now committed to Tampa. 0-1 changeup gets the call on the outer third, 0-2. Base hit would do a lot for Isaiah Fudge, who started to turn the corner during the homestand. Fastball got him swinging. And Fudge chases down and away. That is the 15th time the Elks have struck out tonight. And Jackson Murphy will pinch hit for Richie Klosik. So Elks just emptying their bench, trying to get a new look at some new players. Breaking ball gets the call. Spencer Krat looking to shut the door. Murphy, the veteran outfielder from UC Davis, getting the call late. 0-1 breaking ball, flipped into shallow right field, but going out is Cron, who is already playing near there. And that will end the ball game on the pop out. So the Elks, who struggle to bring in runners all night, strand the bases loaded to end the ball game. And they drop the first of this 8-game road trip, 18-5 against the Victoria HarbourCats. They left 11 on base and punched out 15 times. Wherever you turn, after the Elks, 5-1 lead at the start of this game, where Dmitry Sisidko was on his way to a bull of the game. He still would be that if we did it for the losing group. It fell apart. Sisidko had a 2-run home run in the fourth. He had 4 hits in total. 3 singles just moments after he was named an All-Star. Troy Sanders hit his 7th of the year, who's knocking on the door of the West Coast League lead and is just scorching hot. The bullpen couldn't find the strike zone, and also too many free passes, uncompetitive pitches in the zone that allowed for Victoria to get in favorable counts, and they took full advantage. 18 runs on 14 hits. The Elks made 3 errors, just 5 runs, 9 hits for Bend. But 3 homers on Victoria's side. A collection of RBI pushed them over the top. The star of the show was the leadoff man, David Cron, but you could point to so many different guys because Cron had a 2-hit night where he reached base 4 times. He had 4 RBI. He had a home run. And it's crazy to think that at the beginning of this game, Tyler Wood and Eric Rico were kind of duking it out in a starting pitching battle, and it turned into this offensive monstrosity on Victoria's side, where the HarbourCats improved to 15-16. They get off their 3-game losing streak, and the Elks fall to 12-17. One of the more tough nights at the park for the Elks this year, and there's been a lot of them. Got to come back tomorrow, game number 2, and refocus. But a night without Alan Cox as manager. Elks just could not have any level of consistency. 18-5. Just completely one-sided. HarbourCats keep it rolling. I believe that, and we'll check on this, that's the most runs the Elks have given up in a game this season. I think second closest was that 16-3 loss against Kelowna on the 19th of June. But there hasn't been anything in comparison to tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. As always, I'm Ian O'Neill signing off from the broadcast booth at Royal Athletic Park in Victoria, British Columbia. 6:35 first pitch Wednesday night. We'll see you then. You start 0-0 tomorrow. That's the main takeaway. And you look to bounce back against a solid HarbourCat team. Have a good night. Take care. See you in 24 hours.